This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Okay, so 38 SPESH really wants a song with Jadakiss, okay? That's obvious. He already has two, one on Benny's album, one on an album he did a long time ago, 8 years ago, and he wants a new one, right? I don't blame him, okay? Who doesn't want a Jadakiss verse, right? He's probably had a million songs that would have been good. Jadakiss has promised him a verse. And I don't know why, Jadakiss be ducking people sometimes. Not meaning like ducking the smoke. He doesn't want to do it. He moves with money. But 38 Special says, hey, I offered him money. And he denied the money. So, what am I supposed to do? And he's right? Like, Jadakiss should just take the money. Like, okay, I'll discount it, That way you get it done and it's over with. But now it's turning into it's a friendly battle back and forth, but it's kind of unnecessary. You could just make good music, 38 Special's music's pretty good. It's it's that upstate New York boom bap. They did save boom bap. I'll give them that. They're keeping hip hop alive. Believe it or not. That's what it is. They're keeping the core of hip hop alive, and I wouldn't say they make the best, most commercial music, but they keep that foundation of hip hop alive, which is very important. And I'm talking about Benny the Butcher, Conway. Westside Guns is kind of weird to me, but 38 SPESH, Ransom. Ransom's obviously from Jersey, but Now, Jadakiss, 38 Special needs to get his monthly listeners up, though. He needs to work on that. What does Benny the Butcher sit at? I mean, he has songs with J. Cole, so it's not fair. But Benny, unless 38 Special does too, I don't even know. Benny the Butcher. He sits at 2 million. Let's see what Conway sits at. Conway. He sits at... He sits at, maybe it'll load at one point. For some reason, my computer's going in and out. All right, anyways. Listen, Jim Jones involved himself in this. And I think that was a horrible move. Because it's dude, this has nothing to do with you. And Jim Jones, you need to you should want to work with him, because I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not exciting, Jim Jones isn't. Jim Jones needs to probably get into that lane, of doing the boom bap again. I think it would bring more followers for him. But basically, Jim Jones threatens him on a tip that didn't need to go. It didn't even need to go that way.
I'm gonna give him a deal if he bites you. You ain't even got enough money to talk to him. You're not even allowed to be talking to me.
Now, wasn't Jim Jones not able to pay his studio rent just a few months ago? I mean, come on, bro.
In any type of way like that, I'm gonna spare you. You heard your joke to me, but my young boy ain't gonna spare you.
Niggas will walk you down ASAP. Don't get it confused, bro.
Tonight we gonna walk him. Matter of fact, tonight we gonna. I told him I'm gonna give him a deal.
Niggas will walk you down, bro. ASAP. It's already up. Green light is on your fucking mata. We on.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Jim Jones just likes to keep a bunch of people around him that'll crash out. This guy will go to jail, and Jim Jones said, "This is my young boy." The guy's 48, bro. He's not your young boy. Bro, Jim, you guys are basically the same age, bro. Stop. I'm tired. Jim Jones is tiring. He's slow. He's not stupid, but he's just slow, Well, Nicki Minaj has a case against her for some lawyers saying she owes them $230,000 for legal services for some copyright infringement case. She didn't respond to the case. Got a default judgment. The court has a hearing scheduled for September. Listen, another lawyer came out and said, this isn't what you do.
All right, here we go.
This is This is Kodak Black's lawyer.
Talking about Nicki Minaj being sued allegedly for owing $230,000 of unpaid fees. Kind of ridiculous in my opinion. I've never had to sue a client ever in my life, but they're saying there was a default that was entered against her. What's unusual about this and what the headlines aren't saying is a default is not a default judgment, meaning they can't enforce anything. It's just, hey, such and such failed to answer a complaint. It's total bullshit. So essentially you can get those set aside. I had one set aside in Kodak's case out in California when these really lame, incompetent attorneys filed a lawsuit against Kodak, then tried to get a default against him. In fact, they were moving for a default judgment, and I smoked them, and then they ended up getting the...
Now, this is Bradford Cohen, and he's a really good lawyer. La Ronan, if you want to follow him. He's really good. He gives good insight on things. He says, hey, it's not even worth going after somebody for this because you burn a bridge. It's true. Like, did it cost you $230,000 to do it? No. But I don't know. Cardi B defends Stefon Diggs. So Stefon Diggs responds to the guy that said, you know, he made a move on him. He says, now what the case is like Stefon Diggs, they had partying with some girls, this other guy, I forget his name. And basically, you know, the girls went inside and Stefon Diggs revealed himself down there to the guy basically and just started like, you know, going at it. And the guy felt violated, took a case out against him. And he has a bunch of text messages of being harassed. Stefon Diggs says, Mama's a guy lying on my name because he got caught stealing. I ain't paid a dime. He took a case to the building. It's an easy run with a misleading headline. If it's text messages, tell a guy to post them. He did post them. Trying to act like this guy is a victim because he's lying. 100 pages? Come on, man. Okay. Cardi B. Oh, yeah, his name is Stephen Griffith, right? Christopher Blake Griffith, sorry. They made some type of case. I guess his brother settled something with this guy too. Cardi B comes out in defense. I don't know why she's getting involved. She can't really defend this. You don't know the deep dark secrets of your baby dad.
Hey, how y'all got me defending a nigga? Y'all got me defending a nigga that I'm beefing with, and I don't like that shit. Like I really hate that. But I'm not liking how it's one thing for the internet to give false claims and report false news, but for credible sources and credible people that's supposed to be talking about credible shit, that's supposed to be doing their research to talk about it, I really hate this shit. I really hate how y'all got me defending a nigga. I don't like how people, everything has been on the internet from the beginning. This light-skinned albino came on the internet and told the story 3 different times. The first time was, I asked this nigga for some money, you know, like he was my people, and he came and whispered in my ear like, oh, you want the money, you gotta do this, this, and that. Then, when your story wasn't getting picked up how you wanted it to get picked up, you juiced it up and you spiced it the fuck up. And now it's, oh yeah, he pulled out, yeah, he was high and he pulled out. The truth, that shit had me fucking going crazy.
I'm sorry. It's kind of believable. I'm going to be honest. But anyways, Chris responds and says, if I didn't speak up, imagine how many more victims there would be. Look what happened to Nigel King. Look up whom attacked Nigel. Cross-reference those names with whom attacked me. Them same kids she referenced that are watching me need to know their daddy never let anybody step on me or over me. All right. Anyways, we'll see what happens with this. You know, it is what it is. Cardi B doesn't want it to be true. I don't blame her. All right, so Memphis Bleek's on the Breakfast Club defending Jay-Z. Tony Yayo got on there critical of Jay-Z and his relationship with Memphis Bleek. He says Memphis Bleek isn't taken care of by Jay-Z. A lot of people are though, like Tata, some other people. Some people got jobs with Jay-Z. Eventually, he was taken care of by Jay-Z. He wasn't really moving Duce. He was just a representative, and you got to check for it. And this is after Memphis Bleek went through hard times. And Memphis Bleek, no, he went through hard times. There was reports of cars being repossessed. I don't think Memphis Bleek should have to go through that, okay? But that's what happened. I'm glad Memphis Bleek got connected with some things. Jay-Z got Nori to give him a podcast. Jay-Z is yet to go on his podcast. He'll go on other platforms, but not this one. I don't know why. I mean, well, he could have boundaries with Memphis Bleek. I think it will be a good conversation. Jay-Z doesn't look out for everybody, you know? But we'll see. You know, will 50 Cent jump on Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder's podcast? That'll be telling. But 50 Cent always looks out for everybody. He gives them work. He brings them on the road. Jay-Z doesn't bring Memphis Bleek everywhere. He's bringing him on these recent ones. And I'm not saying Jay-Z has to look out for him. I'm just saying some people do, some people don't. That's it. That's all I can say. I mean, and Memphis Bleek is supposed to defend Jay-Z, so I'm not even faulting him. But he says, I never need anything. I got to get it by myself. No, Jay-Z helped you, bro. A couple times. He gave you a fake label one time. Then he had you do Duce when that didn't work. And then now he's got you with this podcast, and he's bringing you on the road. Memphis Bleek should be taken care of by Jay-Z. He always stood by his side. He's very loyal. Jay-Z can give this man a job enough to pay, you know, at least the basics, you know, give him a guaranteed check. Doing something at Roc Nation, you know? And I think that's basically what's going on, you know? He tried to, like, play it off like Tony Yayo but Tony Yayo needs 50 Cent too. Let's not lie, you know? Like, they both need these people. Now, Charlemagne defended Jay-Z when Colin Kaepernick's people came out and said there was no non-disparagement signed. All Charlemagne knows how to do is just find an article that falsely printed something. I think he went to Yahoo News, which is very incredible. And he's like, see, it says it right here. Bro, Charlemagne, you got to stop with this, like, just finding one that fits. There'll be 10 articles that go against your argument, but one that fits it, and you quote that one. That doesn't make it credible. It doesn't make it credible. And why are you jumping out the window and defending Jay-Z every second? You're rarely critical of him. It's obvious, bro. You're making it so obvious. Now, Boosie going after these guys who run like a firm, and they said, hey, give us $600,000, $300,000 now, $300,000 later, and we'll get you a pardon. That's illegal, okay? It's illegal. Most of this stuff happens. Don't get me wrong, okay? People have a president's ear. They have a connection here, and you can pay for this. It's called bribery, okay? So Boosie has implicated himself in a bribery plot for a pardon now because someone took his case and filed it with him. That lawyer, Boosie, you must have went through a couple lawyers trying to find someone to take this case because you've just implicated yourself in bribery. You're going to go to jail. You just guaranteed yourself to go to jail now. Like before, it was up in the air. Like, well, maybe it was the security that smashed the hookah over the person's head in Texas, and that's why you violated your supervised release. Well, now you definitely have violated your supervised release with bribery charges. And you're going to go to jail. Boosie, you got to get out of your own way, bro. You got to chill, bro. Consult with real lawyers, bro. You need Bradford Cohen. You should put him on retainer. He'll give you the best advice. Trim just dropped one of the hardest XXL freestyles yet. Stop. Carbon copy, Nick. And yo, bro. Busta Rhymes is a suspect individual. Bro, there's a reason why he can't go to Jamaica that often. Let's just leave it at that. He was whining and grinding behind Jim Jones at the show. Shout out to the Meth Lab for reposting that. This is Jordan Tao with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'll check you guys later. Jim Jones, you are a suspect, bro. You let a man grind on you like that, bro? Come on. Love you all. Peace.